Hi guys, it's been a couple weeks since we last chatted, and I figured, I said I'd start this every week, so my apologies. It's been a bit busy. And I'd like to start by just saying, I think the original idea of calling it Coffee with Kyle was pretty fun just because I love coffee. But obviously we're chocolate makers, so I was thinking maybe I start by switching the name from Coffee with Kyle to the weekly wrap up. And essentially same kind of idea where every week I talk about what I've learned through business, what's going on in the larger picture of chocolate, and maybe just like the pros and cons of business ownership, such as trying to wrap product while talking with you. It's pretty challenging, but I love it. For anyone who's curious, this machine is called the Flow Wrapper. It's something that we use for a few of our products currently, but not all of them. It's very, very quick. I can wrap maybe 60 pieces a minute, whereas when we're wrapping our chocolate bars, it's a little more manual or by hand, and we're doing 10, something like that. So it's quite the improvement, and we've had this since last year. When we started using this, we launched a product called Brainbow. Now, back 2019, we were actually making chocolate for another company that had Brainbow as one of their SKUs. Brainbow, in the most simple manner, is functional chocolate. And by that I mean we're adding in a few other ingredients to each product that we have that helps you in some way function a little better. One, there's caffeine and ginseng. It's Rise, you get some energy. We have Oasis, is just for chilling out. So we add in L-theanine, which is an amino acid that's typically found in green tea. And then we have Brainstorm for focus. It's actually like a peppermint melt away, and we add some lion's mane into it. And that's kind of the topic of this video specifically, is not Brainbow as a product, but my experiences getting Brainbow into stores, and one challenge in particular that had really stuck with me that I want to share with you. So, packaging is challenging. So this is one of the 3 SKUs of Brainbow. This one's the Rise, it's a peanut butter filled one. But my point here is that on our packaging, I wrote non-GMO. Now, for those of you who are in regulatory, whatever, that work in packaging are probably like, well, Kyle, you shouldn't write non-GMO unless you have a non-GMO certificate. Fair enough. I did hire someone on the regulatory side to evaluate all of our packaging before going to print, and this was unfortunately overlooked. But I didn't think anything of it until we got them listed in Whole Foods, which was super exciting. This was last year. They do a really strict packaging, like regulatory compliance as well, which is amazing. So they check over all your packaging, where your ingredients are coming from, are they organic, do you have certifications, etc. Lo and behold, non-GMO has its own certificate, which I knew, but it's expensive and I'm mindful of my costs. It's called the Non-GMO project. So essentially what this does is they will evaluate all your ingredients to verify that there is no GMO in any of your ingredients. Now, that's great. I have found the non-GMO certificate or the non-GMO project on so many brands now, which is really cool. But it got me thinking, at least, that this feels a little backwards to me. Like, I understand validating that there is no GMO in a product, but will the customer mindset change from seeing non-GMO on a package and be like, okay, I can trust that's non-GMO, and then when there's no certificate on a package, will they then wonder if it is GMO? Like, should it not be the inverse? And maybe I'm missing something here. I'm not a packaging expert, and I don't claim to be, but I do try and keep up with, the basic regulatory that I can grasp. My understanding that there is no mandatory GMO labeling in Canada. Someone please correct me if I'm wrong. But that's really interesting. So this, and I can see it becoming a bit of a snowball effect with the non-GMO project, because as you see it more and more, it becomes expected by customers. So then their mindset changes to be like, okay, no non-GMO certificate, that must be GMO. This should be opposite. It really should be opposite. And if you're concerned about GMO, there are a lot of products that likely contain it. I think especially with soy and corn. To my understanding, those are pretty big with GMO. I'm not hating on GMO. I think there's a lot of advancements that are likely done and could be done through GMO. I'm not very knowledgeable about it, but this just was stewing in my brain for so long because we worked so hard on this packaging. We got it listed, like it tastes super great. It gets to the final stages before it's actually put onto shelves, and then we realize that I don't have the certificate. And I'm like, this sucks. So one, does it suck that I went through all that and now I have to wait another year to reapply? It's fine. But I think the conversation around GMO and non-GMO and all these certifications that exist for small businesses like ourselves, it's really complex and challenging. And I'd be very curious as you, like maybe, our lovely supporters, consumers, just in general of varying amounts of product. What do you look for on packaging? Are there specific certifications that is a must? Or do you find like you're a bit more lax on that as long as the ingredients matter? Because for me, again, like I find ingredient and the quality of the ingredients really do matter. And it's not like I was lying by saying non-GMO. Like the ingredient breakdown on these products is so minimal. And likely, most of them already have non-GMO certs to begin with. It was just the oversight of not realizing that I needed my own certification. And quite honestly, the same is for organic, which I can understand as well. Organic's an interesting one because I can have all organic ingredients, which often we do, but the product is not certified organic. And I get that because there's a lot of processing involved and there's verification on that side. But it's just interesting. So please chime in. I'd love to hear your thoughts on these certifications in general, but non-GMO in particular, because that one I've just been kicking myself on for the last little while. But what certifications do you like? Do you not like? Maybe are there some that you're just absolutely confused by or that bring more conversation to the table? Because I think that is what is very important, especially as I learn all these crazy details about compliance. I just like to share with you guys what's been going on. So I'm gonna go back to wrapping my non-GMO Brainbows, just not certified. Maybe I should put a little asterisk in there because they're selling super well. Unfortunately, Whole Foods off the table for 2026, but I'm coming back at them for 2027 with Brainbow. And on that note, still, we have some of our Soul Chocolate products actually landing in Whole Foods within the next few weeks. So all of our baking line is there, which is really cool. Chocolate chips, discs, so you can kind of level up your baking a little bit too. Anyways, until next week, this is the weekly wrap up. Maybe I'll change the name later on, but chat to you guys soon.